Good afternoon, cats and kittens, pups and pooches. It is Susie Q, 96. Feel like about 196, but anyway. God, look at that. This drives me crazy. I don't know where all this horrible swelling is coming from. Anyway, I do have a little bit of news today. So, we are here to provide some news. The big news is that we did get the GoFundMe up and started. And while it does not look like there's a lot of money there right now, I need to preface it by saying that one donor did not want to send through the GoFundMe and sent $500 through the PayPal instead. So, when we set up the PayPal, I'm sorry, when we set up the GoFundMe, we set the goal at $6,000, which I know is more than the price of the motorhome. But that was done to make sure that there would be enough money to pay for insurance and tags and incidental things, parts to fix the interior and that sort of thing. So that's why the figure there is higher than the figure we were discussing, because I do not know how much it's going to cost to do those things yet. Uh, so now that that is done, here's the link to the GoFundMe, and I would appreciate it if y'all could share that among the community. If you want to make a little video about what's happening, the basic story is in the GoFundMe article, so you can pretty much just copy that out and paste it. Um, I talked to two of my old doctors from Michigan today, and they said that they would be happy to take me back. They are familiar with some of my cases. So, well, hey, Kayla. I have not seen my Kayla fan for a long time. Thank you for the lovely roses. That's good. Today I am feeling some better. Some of the swelling over on this side has gone down, and this has been the most painful area. So it would be nice if they knew what the heck was wrong, and they don't. They just keep giving me more drugs right now. But at this point, I'm happy to even have the drugs because it gives me some rest and peace from the pain. Um, I've got two more things I'm going to try to do before the good drugs run out. One of those is to get some photos taken and get some photos posted of some of my jewelry items. Some of them are already posted. I already have the pictures, so I just have to do the text. And then the other thing is something that Jessie O came up with last night that I'm gonna have to see if I can figure it out. Uh, but I am so sick of not being able to go metal detecting, and I am so sick of not being able to do my show. And mostly, I am so sick of being sick and not being able to access doctors who actually can help me. I am not bad mouthing this area. I'm just simply saying if you have any kind of unusual medical problems, this is not the place for you to live, because I guess what it is that there are not, and the population is so low out here that the specialists are going to stay towards the big towns where they can make more money. So that's making it very difficult. I was just talking to one of my upstairs neighbors, and she was telling me that one of the things that she needs to have done, she has to go to Salem, Virginia, which is it's a suburb of Roanoke. I have to go to like Blacksburg and Christiansburg, which are also almost to Roanoke. We are driving 80 to 100 miles one way just to get to our medical appointments, and that's just not going to work for me. So um, I'm going to go with this motorhome thing. And once I have the motorhome, I can figure out which items I am keeping, and then I'm going to have a huge purge, where I am keeping mostly personal items. Most of my furniture is junk. I do intend to, since she had already started rebuilding the bedroom area, I intend to use my bedroom furniture to build that area into the motorhome, because I do want to. That's the only furniture I have that I really want to keep. A couple of little small tables. I can figure out how to redesign the cabin to fit my needs and M3's needs. The kitchen looks fine. The bathroom is fine. No work whatsoever is needed there. Uh, so everything that needs to be done is interior, and truthfully, it is something that I would do anyway, because I kind of just want things personalized for my use, so that I have places for my jewelry making supplies, because uh, assuming that the doctors can get me well enough, I can do little farmers markets and stuff and add some money to my to the kitty. I do not intend to drive the motorhome full time. I intend to drive the motorhome to where I'm going, find a parking place for it, and then drive my little car. Uh, I can also continue to do my genealogy. I actually own two different uh, mobile hotspot units to access the internet from motorhomes. One of them is a little more expensive than the other, but the wonderful thing about motorhome living is a lot of times if you park in a campgrounds, most of them have Wi-Fi now. So um, anyway, I just wanted to let you know that progress is being made. The Yeah, that's true, Mikey. We might see him three kicking me off more often living in the motorhome, but then again, we might not. Um, when I lived in the motorhome before, I didn't have M3. I had another cat named Prissy, and Prissy wanted no part of the computer. She just climb up in the top, up in the little storage cubby, and that was her place, and she could see everything that was going on, but she never messed with the internet at all. Wanted no part of it. Uh, so anyway, what I have accomplished today is, oh, and I also have a genealogy client that I'm finishing up some work for him. So I've accomplished that. I've gotten the GoFundMe started, and now I just hope that the community will understand the need for the move. I'm not buying an RV just to go have, you know, exciting trips in an RV. I'm buying an RV because it can get me to where the medical care that I need to have will allow me to go. And uh, anyway, so hopefully, the next 2 days I'm going to work on uh, the jewelry sale and the giveaway idea that Jessie O has given me, and trying to get some more things up on eBay to sell. I did get something shipped out yesterday finally. So I'm still just incredibly exhausted. If they knew what was wrong with me, it would be a relief. It When you're sick and you have no idea why you are sick, and you have seven doctors look at you and they tell you five completely different things, and none of those turn out to be right. It is a very, very stressful thing, and I don't know if I'm pretty sure I told y'all about my neighbor that went nuts upstairs a couple of weeks ago and was banging on the ceiling, screaming and carrying on. Well, he had another one of his fits last night, and I guess that the landlady, the office manager, or whatever, I don't know what her title is, um, this kid's uh, father and stepmother and grandmother, a bunch of their family live in this building, and I guess finally now they're going to try to get them somewhere else to move to, because turns out this kid is schizophrenic and does not take his medication. Now, this is important because I'm the one that's been being blamed for all of his noise. So hopefully, yeah, the other things that I have to get off my plate are these complaints about me making noise, which everybody that lives around me says they don't ever hear any noise coming from my apartment. They're shocked that I'm being accused of making noise. And then the other thing that I have to keep a watchful eye out on are my divorce papers. I can't let anything slip by while that's going on. So I do have to make sure that I get my niece to go get my mail at least every other day. Um, But yeah, if y'all could, if you can donate to the GoFundMe, that's great. If you cannot donate to the GoFundMe, if you can just at least make people apprised of what's going on. All the information is on the GoFundMe page. And like I said, it's okay if you copy it and paste it into just make a 1 minute video or something, say, hey, please, we got to get this lady moved so she can get some medical care. Uh, then that would be a tremendous help. Um, I did put the price of what we're trying to raise higher than what we may need. And I did that for the reason that I do not know how much it's going to cost to insure this particular motorhome. I know what it cost to insure my other one, but it was smaller. So I don't know what the insurance is going to be, and I don't know what the title transfer and all of that is going to cost. So I tried to calculate that in to what we're trying to raise, and also a little bit for fixing up the interior. The interior, there's no, it's not damage. What it is she started to um, change the layout of it to make it comfortable for her and her daughter. And this is something that I would probably have done anyway. So I added a little on for, like buying wallboard and that kind of thing. So I made the total that I'm trying to raise $6,000, which sounds a lot, but really it isn't very much for a motorhome. I Like I said, it may look like there's no money there, but in actuality, I had about 1,500 here, which was then this morning 500 was sent to me by PayPal because I have a friend that just does not like GoFundMe. She would rather send PayPal. So in actuality, I have about 1,700 of the money already. So we're not as bad as it looks, you know. Uh, just trying to make sure that I have everything covered. Um, since my sister is mad at me, I cannot park it at her farm. My sister gets mad about things sometimes that are a little bit ridiculous. So, in the course of her getting mad at us, we have now also lost the access to all of those bank bags that I was going to use for fundraisers, except one. I did manage to get one. So I'm going to try to make something out of that will be sold. Uh, I'm going to go through my coins. I'm rolling coins right now to return to the bank to see how much that brings in, and then I'm going to go through my collection, and I'm afraid I'm going to have to let go of some of it. And if I let go of something that you have gifted me or I have won on your channel, please do not take that as a personal affront. Just look at it as you are helping me get the medical care that I need. Sorry, try not to sneeze. Uh, so if anything you want to send, the P.O. box rolls around here every once in a while. You can do that too. Um, I just took a pill right before I got on here, so it's actually time for my nap. When I get up from the nap, I've got about an hour of genealogy work, and then I'm going to start on the jewelry. Now, I am going to post the jewelry on the other channel, but I will make a video and post it over here to tell you how to get to the jewelry sale. Yeah, my sister is funny in that she always seems to get angry when there's some kind of crisis going on that requires a lot of time and attention. And so then she disappears. And when it's over, then she comes back like nothing happened. And what makes me sad about it happening at this particular time is that she does not seem to realize that by doing this, she has dumped all this extra work off onto her daughter, my niece, who has been having to go pick up my medicine and bring me food and drive me to doctor's appointments. And my niece has kids of her own. I mean, kids that are being homeschooled, and one of them has a chronic disease, and so I feel guilty because I have to ask her for help, and she's already overloaded. So if that niece were not here and my sister threw that tantrum, I'd have nobody. And it was stupid. It was because right before my sister got here, and I didn't even know she was coming, I knocked my little bed desk thing. I forgot what you call it, bed tray. I knocked my bed tray onto the floor, and a whole bunch of pennies and quarters and things that I was rolling fell. Well, so did the remote control for my TV. Now, I have discovered that when the remote for the TV, if the batteries fall out of it, it automatically goes to full volume, and you cannot change it until you put the batteries back in and put the back on it. Well, I'm on the floor on my hands and knees picking up all this stuff, and this was in the period of time where I'm seeing three of everything. So I'm trying to find the batteries, and I'm trying to find the back to the thing. And my sister comes in and starts telling me, "Oh, you're going to get in trouble for noise. Your TV is way too loud. You need to turn it down. You need to turn it down. You need to turn it down." And I'm like, "Oh, as soon as I can find the pieces to it, I'll turn it down." Yeah, and instead of helping me find the pieces, she just kept yelling at me that I needed to turn it down. And finally, I told her, I said, "Look, I can't turn it down until I can find the pieces, and it's not we're not in the sound restriction zone. Our apartment sound restriction zone is from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. You got it. That's the quiet time. It was like 8 o'clock at night. So anyway, she didn't like it because she said I was being mean to her, and she turned around and left, and I have not seen or heard from her left, and that yet, and that was several days ago. So I don't know, but if I had a sister that had some kind of a disease that the doctors can't figure out, I don't think that would be my way of dealing with it. But that's her way of dealing with it. So, Jesse, to unplug that TV is not as easy as it sounds. I was, bear in mind, I could barely walk. I'm crawling on the floor. The plug for the TV is actually in a different room. It goes all the way down, snakes all the way down the wall, and goes around the door, and it's actually plugged in another room. So unplugging the TV really wasn't a viable option at that particular moment. And I'm not sure I could have found the plug. There's still nickels and stuff all over the floor that I have not picked up. I can now see single objects, but at that time I was still seeing three of everything and I couldn't walk. So I just kind of felt, instead of coming in and harping about it, why didn't she unplug the TV? Or why didn't she get down there and help me find the batteries so that I could put them in the remote and shut the thing off? It just, some stuff just doesn't make sense. And I don't know if it's doesn't make sense to me or I'm the one that's nuts. But that one kind of seemed like the solution would be uh get down there and help find the batteries. But thank you, Daryl. Appreciate it. Thank you, Mikey, Charles, Jesse, Kayla, Elton, Peter, um, James Eller, uh, and anybody else that I missed. Like I said, we did get the GoFundMe started today, and even though it looks like there's not a lot of money there, there was a $500 donation that came on PayPal, plus several $100s that I have here. So I've got about 1,700 of it so far. So it's not as bad as it looks, but it's going to take a lot of money. Um, I talked to a couple of the doctors up in Michigan. They're willing to take me back. They're familiar with my case. They can also help me find the doctors that I need in a much more expedient manner. Now, in order to do this, um, I'm going to lose my Virginia Medicaid, but I will have to reapply for Michigan Medicaid. And I know when I was there before, that process went very quickly. It was like within 3 weeks, I had everything done. And I do have a number of friends in Michigan, so I don't have to rely on calling one person. And, like every time I need some help. As a matter of fact, one of my old social workers is from Michigan, is actually on my Facebook page. So I can always bounce questions off him. He now works full time at the hospital. So I just feel that my quality of care and my quality of life will greatly improve, just getting where I can see the proper doctors when I need to see them. So I'm going to go take a nap. Then I'm going to come back, work on the jewelry thing a little bit because I don't have to put every piece up today. I can put 10 pieces up, and if there's no interest in them, then I can put 10 more pieces up tomorrow. And then I'm going to read through this thing that Jessie sent me uh, for a contest fundraiser idea. I appreciate everybody popping in to see me every day. It's kind of all I got. I don't have like a bunch of people to talk to except M3, and sometimes he doesn't exactly say nice things back. Usually his is like, get your butt in here and get me my treats. Um, anyway, I was gonna say I can't park it at my sister's, but I'm pretty sure I have found somewhere else that I can park it. And while we're working on the interior part, and it just so happens that one of my friends that lives upstairs, he's retired, but he's a master carpenter, so and he's got all the tools, and so I think we can make this work. I just gotta be sure to pace myself. Did he go through all the treats that you gave him yet? Oh yeah. He's finished them. He's got some new ones now that he likes that are catnip flavored temptations. I finally bought one that he didn't like. I don't know why I thought he would like it. It was like soft ones, and they were chicken, but I guess he just doesn't like the texture of them or something. So I'll give them to my neighbor's kitty. Uh, so I'm gonna go. I've been on here a little over a half hour, and I need a nap. So if y'all can try and help me out with this GoFundMe thing, either by donating or by making a little video or just letting people know that I'm sick and kind of needing to relocate for that reason, that would all be just fabulous because I would really like to get back to doing my shows again. I got all those new games and we haven't even got a chance to play them yet. So, all right, cats and kittens, I'll see y'all in a bit. Thank you very much. I love you. Bye bye.